Yo, what's going on, my people? What's going on right now with FBoyTony?
You telling me, man?
Well, let them know how's it going, man. So obviously it's been a while since we last caught up and that, and just let the people know where you from, what you do, and how you trying to make an impact in this world, fam.
Yeah, so what's that legacy now? We talking legacy.
Now we start easy, obviously. What we're trying to say is you gotta let the people know what you're doing.
So yeah,
you know what I'm saying, how you come with the name, the brand.
I'm FBoyTony. What I wanted to do with the name FBoy was can we swear?
Come on, bro, man.
So it's that fuckboy, innit? So
you gotta express yourself, man. You gotta let them know where you're coming from.
So it's like what I wanted to do, yeah, essentially was just empower that, because first impressions are everything. And when people look at me sometimes, they go, oh, look at this guy, man, sweet guy, pretty guy, you know what I mean? Get some girls, the fuckboy, obviously. And then I'm just like, yo, don't judge a book by its cover. So what I did was a bit controversial in taking the name and just running with it. Marketing wise, it sparks an emotion, and I heard that anything that sparks an emotion, you know, is you get people's time. So when they're more invested, they're like, oh, hold on, let me have a listen. I'm curious now, because you've sparked that emotion. And
you see, curiosity as well draws attention, and when you draw people's attention, they then become invested in your projects.
You have a window. You have a window to you have a window to their soul, innit? Really.
Jeez.
Yeah. You have time, and they have that split second to draw them in and make, you know, convert them into
a believer.
Yeah,
we believe in the FBoyTony legacy.
Someone that's just into the brand. Obviously, the brand is so I'm a singer-songwriter, and I sing on drill at the moment. That's like a 140 BPM. So I'm just trying to play with a popular sound at the moment, and trying to shape it in my own image. I'm trying to be like a UK Tory Lanez.
Yeah, all right.
With a hint of Pop Smoke and a couple other artists that I think are
diversification. All right. What would you say? What artists inspired you to get into music, man? Because everyone's always got that spark or inspiration. What top 3 artists inspired you to get into music? Or make music?
Do you know what? Yeah, when I was younger, I was into like the Temptations.
Okay.
I was into like proper Motown stuff.
Wow. Okay.
And it's not probably one of the things that you'd exactly put me with or next to, do you know what I mean? Because my style and that doesn't really scream Temptations. But it was a big inspiration. And obviously Michael Jackson.
Yes, Thriller, boy.
He was a mad inspiration. And then when I got to about 15 and that, I was heavily influenced by like grime and stuff.
Oh right, so you're a grime kid. You grew up in the grime era, yeah?
Yeah. I grew up in the grimy limeys, and that's when everyone was writing and rapping in the playground, and that's when I really started trying to figure out
your lane in this music situation. Yeah.
I was like, yo, like I like this. You know what I mean? It's creative, it's competitive.
That's right.
And there's people out there, you know, making waves. You know, back then it was the Dizzies and the Wileys.
Shout out them, man, too.
And flipping Bashi.
The pioneers,
Gets. Do you know what I mean? Kano. So all of those guys coming through, like Rich 32, they all inspired me. They all inspired me because I've always repped UK. I've always
supported the homegrown talent.
Yeah, I've always supported that sort of that British flag.
Yeah,
I mean, it hasn't given Britain hasn't given a lot culturally to let me not get political, but I do rate the British sound over American, because what I hate sometimes is, you know, when people are British but then they rap in an American accent because their influences are so American.
Yeah, that was happening in the early 2000s, but we had to get rid of that.
Do you know what I mean? And it's like that shit annoyed me because it's like, yo, you gotta rep where you're from. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
we can't steal other cultures. We gotta create our own. So what I'm trying to say is like, I'm a pioneer for creating my own lane. I've always wanted to be different. I've always wanted to be. I've always wanted to excel at something. I've always been good at everything, but I've never been great at something.
Wow.
So the plan is to actually be great in sort of one lane. So that's the plan, really. That's the brand. I'm trying to inspire creatives to be who they want to be, but in the coolest,
with no hindrance,
manner.
no restrictions.
Yeah,
okay.
Do you know what I mean? In the coolest way possible. Do you know what I mean? And cool is subjective. So, you know what I mean? I'm just trying to guide people in the way I never was. I've gone away and done a lot of self work and got some wisdom. And it's like, when you go away and actually think about what you aspire to be and what you represent,
would you say you're more self-aware now?
I'm very self-aware. Wow. I'm the most self-aware person I know.
For sure.
I think everyone feels
that's
like
it.
that. It's just owning up to, like, if something's shit, you know what I mean, you just gotta be honest with yourself. Do you know what I mean? You have to be present. You have to be self-aware in certain areas, because that's how you grow and move forward. So it's like, when the time comes to be great, you're ready. Do you know what I mean? If that makes any sense.
No, it definitely does. In regards to, you see, it's all about timing, and greatness is inevitable if you get in the right timing per se. And you've worked on yourself, so you know what you're capable of, and you know what you want to do going forward. So yeah, no, it does totally make sense when you put it like that, for sure.
Yeah. So it's like, what the brand represents is like fun, promiscuity. Living and being present in the moment, and not having to answer to people. The fuck way is basically, it's freeness. Do you know what I mean? To express how you want, and it's basically like a fuck you to society and the original norms that we're subject to have to participate in for, you know, our own self-worth and stuff. It's just a lot of freedom that I'm trying to represent. And I don't judge anyone, so I've never been expected to be judged and stuff. But obviously we have our unconscious biases.
Yeah,
everyone does.
yeah.
Do you know what I mean? We all read books before, you know, we all read books by the cover, and that's the thing. It shouldn't be that way, but it is that way. So yeah, I think the brand represents just fun, freedom, promiscuity, and love, really.
Perfect.
You know what I mean?
So touching on another subject, you're born and bred in London, right?
Yeah.
So how's London changed in the last 20 years? Because London's gone from, you know, not being that place to being that it city in the world. How have you seen the transition of London? And what part of London did you grow up in? And how has it changed for the better or for the worst? In your opinion.
I think the way London's changed is I think the gentrification is real. I think it's definitely got a harder place to live. You know, you got all these costs.
So you explain to the people what gentrification is, just in case they don't know, because this is an international audience, brother.
So I would say gentrification is when you put a lot of money into an area that doesn't have a lot of money, which at the same time pushes out the people that are originally there that don't have that sort of income, and then you bring in new people with a bigger income from outside.
Wow.
So I feel like that's gentrification in a nutshell, really.
So it just
I think I hit
squeezes
the nail on
people.
the head.
I agree, man. It squeezes the people that were actually there out because of the financial predicament. It makes the situation a lot worse than what it should be.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, that's
just harder to live.
No doubt.
So then you're sort of forced to move out and find somewhere else to live. Do you know what I mean?
And lose all the social connections that you once had there.
Yeah, you lose friends, family even, do you know what I mean? So it's like, it's hard for people. So it's like you either sort of adapt or survive, adapt and survive, or like you sort of crumble and move away. Do you know what I mean? It's one of those ones. But yeah, growing up, so I think the things that I've actually seen in London over time, I think the main thing is how people come and go.
Wow.
And how no one's really from London anymore. The people that you meet nowadays, everyone's from either outside of London, or they're here studying, or they're European, or...
Wow, yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
They're
It's very rare that you meet a bunch of people that were actually from London nowadays.
Yeah.
It's actually kind of scary.
So you'd say London's like a transit city that people just in and out when the opportunities are done and just go find somewhere else to go, sort of thing.
Yeah, I think, there's a lot of people that come over here, work for a while, and then go back to wherever they are, and just use the funds to support themselves, either in their country or just, even out of London, people do it.
Could you see yourself living outside of London?
Do you know what? Yeah, if I sort out a couple of properties and that, and that can fund me, and I can commute in, I don't mind doing that for a couple of years. But I think London's always been home, and I don't think my thing, and I don't think I could be away from home. Do you know what I mean? Because home is where the heart is, isn't it?
Jeez, yeah, it definitely is.
And I feel like my heart is, in
London.
Southeast London, really. Do you know what I mean? I don't even think I can move out of the area. It's just what innit? Like, even if I go away for a week or two, man, I feel homesick.
Yeah, you'd be like, you compare London.
I'm like, I can't wait to get back, man.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Because I can't lie, London is one of the best cities in the world.
Yeah, probably.
I would say the best.
Yeah, same. They're best.
There's so many things happening all the time, and there's so many people to meet. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, very diverse city, isn't it?
Yeah.
And everyone's very understanding.
I'm not saying gentrification's a bad thing, because we do need some of these new spots. There are some really cool places that I enjoy and I like. What I do think is that, the cost of living should change. Do you know what I mean? The help should change. People should be able to get on ladders easier. Do you know what I mean? So I feel like people should, definitely help people that are already here and help them grow with the gentrification. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, that's all politics, bro.
That's it. And just one final thought on London. Does it have a positive and negative effect on people in regards to their mental health? What's your opinion on it?
I think it being so woke, and I think it has two sides. I don't think that's it's a loaded question.
Yeah.
I think it definitely has like a couple of different factors that factor in, and the first one is like, it has a negative effect because it seems like everyone's doing well, and that can affect your mental health.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And then on the other side of it, you've got all the people around you, and things are always happening, so you can be very distracted, and you can get ahead with music. You can get ahead with music. You can get ahead with opportunities. There's so many opportunities in London. Do you know what I mean? So when you think of it in a positive and a negative, I think there are loads of positives and loads of negatives. Do you know what I mean? Because it's a hard place to live.
Yeah, totally.
Do you know what I mean? Depending on the cultures or the cultural background you have, it could be very difficult. certain cultures help other cultures a bit more.
Can you break into that? What do you mean certain cultures help other cultures a lot more? What do you mean? Be specific, because that's a very interesting one. I'm actually intrigued by that.
Yeah, no, what I feel like is, you know, feel like the black culture, well, in the UK, I'd say, we don't help each other as much.
So it's less group economics sort of thing, yeah?
Yeah, it's more crabs in a bucket
individualism,
mentality.
Wow.
Yeah, and I feel like everyone's just for themselves more. When I would say, one sec, I don't know what this is. Yeah, what I would say is like individuals help themselves more. In the black culture in the UK, and then I would say other demographics.
Like what example would you say? What would
white? We'll say like white or English. I would say, you know, it's more generational wealth, and they can hand it down. It's just it's a little bit easier to keep that generational wealth
so
in the family and stuff.
Finance, all handed down to the kids, so they don't have to
mortgages. They get helped with. You know, when I was younger, when I had a bike, the other white kids had like motorbikes.
Okay.
When I got a motorbike,
they had cars.
When I got a car, they had mortgages.
Oh wow! So yeah, so it's about playing catch up.
It is. It's a lot of catch up. But I did all of that stuff on my
independently. Okay, whilst they probably had the reliance of mum and dad, or maybe siblings, or aunties and uncles.
I see it with my own eyes. Do you know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
And then like even like the Asian communities, they all stick together.
They do.
You know, whether it be through religion or whether it be through just business. Do you know what I mean? It's it's very intertwined. They all come together as a community. I just feel like black culture is hard for us to stick together.
We do well individually, but as a collective, there's a long way to go.
Or there's a lot of drama.
I agree.
There's a lot of drama because one man thinks he's not getting this and this and this. They don't see the bigger picture. They just see what they can get out of
the situation at hand, which is in that.
The group interaction. So it's all a bit mad, but yeah, I mean, what can you do? You can only push forward, and I try and build a community. I try and build a flipping empire. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to bring loads of different creatives together in one place. Everyone gets along, and if they don't, then
it's not meant to be.
It's not. We're not supposed to be together. Do you know what I mean? I know a lot of like-minded people that I've put together, and they've vibed and they've gelled, and they've worked together. That's just for the love of creativity and stuff. So there's a lot of people that I want to bring together, and I will. And I've got big hopes, dreams, aspirations for everyone. Really, it's that empire, innit? That dynasty.
Wow.
I mean, that FBoy dynasty that I'm trying to
push out there.
Because if no one's gonna let you in at the top, you might as well come through with the. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, with your own creative. Team, and just build it on your own. Rome wasn't built in a day, so you just take your time and build your own situation.
Exactly. Just brick by brick, man. Person by person, really. And people with a brick. So yeah, build that wall, bro.
Alright, any final words for the youth of today? Because you know, a lot of youth right now are going through a mad situation in regards to being lost, need some sort of guidance. Any sort of words of advice would you recommend to the youth?
I'll be real, yeah. I'll be real, because I was a lost youth. I was. And all I can say is, it gets better.
Yeah?
It gets better. It does.
Wow.
It does get better. You just gotta stay focused and try and make the best out of any bad situation, and don't let it affect you.
Wow. So just keep persevering on, be your own best friend, and everything else will get better with time.
Consistency,
key.
and just and love, man. Don't let hate control your heart. Don't let jealousy, don't let them negative emotions affect your heart and your thinking. Yeah, that's it, man.
Alright. So yeah, any future projects you want people to know about? Anything you're working on for this summer, 2023?
Do you know what? Yeah, I think it's a couple of videos that I'm doing.
Give them a quick shout out so they know where to find it. You know,
FBoyTony on all platforms. I'm gonna sprinkle it all over the socials. Spotify. There's a few things out at the moment. I just released Zang Zang, and I just released Social Life, and that's on my YouTube.
Let's go.
The visuals are very creative.
Very creative.
Very creative. So yeah, man, I got like 3 new videos I'm working on at the moment. As Mama said, put in work, and what's the last one? Dance with me. Yeah.
Jeez.
So
there we go.
That's it.
There we go. And right now, we just had FBoyTony on King Kaya Media. Listen, check him out on all social media platforms. I'm gonna put his social media pages in the description below. And I'm telling you, he's come to take over the UK music scene. He's very different. He does very different music. I'm telling you. So yeah, like, comment, subscribe on King Kaya Media, and also check it out. FBoyTony is one for the future. Peace. And I'm out.